This is what you might have missed on BCSN's Sports Nightly.
All right, thanks. Yeah, the story on the Toledo Walleye, a very busy week. 5 total games. Elmira to start on Monday. They went into Wheeling. Very tough travel. 6 hours overnight to get from Elmira to Wheeling to play a Tuesday night hockey game. And in the shootout they went. Toledo would come away with a victory, 5-4 the final over the Wheeling Nailers on Tuesday night, St. Patrick's Day. That took us into the weekend. After that win for the Toledo Walleye, it was Friday night. They started a home series, 3 in a row at the Huntington, and it started Friday with the Missouri Mavericks. We were scoreless after 1 period of play. In the second period, Toledo trying to jump in front. Could they on the power play? No. Some great goaltending on keeping this game a scoreless tie. Kyle Rogers from behind the net got out in front. They whistled it down on a penalty call. We thought it was going to be a goal, but Alden Hirschfeld, you could see there, was in the crease. That's why it was not. But Toledo would keep that pressure going all throughout the second. Would they finally score? Yes, they would. Off of a leg in front, a power play goal for Toledo. Missouri came right back, though, a few minutes later, 2-on-1. Made it a 1-1 game going to the third period. Reed Seckel, his first game as a professional player out of Northern Michigan. Some great saves by Lurie. This game went back and forth in the third, but it would be Troy Schwab. Centering pass in front, goes off a leg. Toledo had a 2-1 lead. They would ice it on the empty netter from Troy Schwab. 3-1 the final for the Walleye on Friday night. That would move us into Saturday. The Kalamazoo Wings were in town. And early on, I mean, we're talking early. How about 24 seconds in? Tyler Barnes with a backhander to give Toledo a 1-0 lead. Kalamazoo would tie it, though, about midway through the first period on that goal. Pass goaltender Neil Conway. We were in a 1-1 tie after 1 period of play. Early second, it would think it's a carbon copy. It isn't. Schwab finds Burschback. 39 seconds into the second period, Toledo had a 2-1 lead. The Walleye would make it 3-1 as Barnes wheels in the offensive zone, finds Cody Lample, top shelf. He buries it on Danska. Toledo had a 3-1 cushion going to the third period. They would make it 4-1. A.J. Jenks would get to the rebound. He finds the back of the net. Walleye, though, would cap it on a great move and shot by Tyler Barnes. And the Walleye go on to a 5-2 victory Saturday night over the Kalamazoo Wings. What a game that was. We didn't think it could be topped. And then we went to Sunday. The Florida Everblades were in town, the top team in the entire ECHL in the second. And on the power play, though, Shane Sims bombing away from the blue line. He sends another one there. Hirschfeld was stopped. Great save. It came to Burschback. He would bury it. The first goal of the game coming later in the second period. Toledo had a 1-0 lead thanks to the power play goal by Shane Burschback. We went into the third period. It would be a power play goal instead from Florida. Impossible, nearly angle for Mark Quart, but he found the back of the net, tied at 1. Late third period, Toledo on the man advantage. A couple of great chances right before the end of the game to try to win it in regulation. They could not. We went into overtime. This game was tied at 1. This play here was kind of controversial because the power play that Florida scored on was a very similar play that went against Justin Daniels. We went into a shootout, though. Marquardt early, first shooter of the game, scores, gave Florida the 1-0 lead. Tyler Martin, look at this move, guys. Buries it into the back of the net. We were knotted up at 1 in the shootout. Jeff Lurd would take over after that point. And Toledo and Florida tied at 2. A.J. Jenks a chance to win. 5-hole. See you later. Game over. Walleye bench celebrates. They get a big win over the top team. Points-wise in the ECHL, the Florida Everblades. Your final score of 2-1 in a shootout. And here's what's coming up for the Walleye. On Wednesday night, they'll wrap up their season series with the Wheeling Nailers. We go to the weekend. Toledo has 2 coming up on the weekend. This will be interesting Friday night, guys. At the Huntington Center, the South Carolina Stingrays. They have won, going into the week, 21 consecutive games. They play in Cincinnati on Wednesday. It could be 22 straight when they hit the Huntington Center on Friday night for a 7:15 face-off. And the Toledo Walleye will wrap up the weekend Saturday night at this building right here, the Huntington Center, with the Evansville Icemen. Going to be a fun week of hockey for sure, and we'll tell you all about it coming up next week.
Be sure to watch Sports Nightly weeknights at 10:30 on BCSN and follow us on Twitter at sports_nightly.